Luckily for me, I married someone who is an actor. So, we have multiple conversations about work and about acting and about, the choices we make and we can make and we should be making. As much as I think that people in different professions are great, but even if I'm recording a sound bite and if I say sound lock, like if I tell my husband that, and he's like, he gets it instantly. Yeah. Pregnancy is hard and you can't and you shouldn't be. I really feel that the more active you are, I feel the easier it gets. I still remember, like, while shooting for a Thursday, every morning I woke up to and the first 2 days I was late by about 20 minutes and my director was like, what happened? And I'm like, I feel really sick.
Hi and welcome to Flashback with the Stars, and as you know, we have Neha Dhupia with us today. Hi.
Hi.
And she's here for a very special flashback. Firstly, it's been 20 years since you won Miss India. So how does that feel now, like 20 years?
I mean, it honestly doesn't feel like 20 years, it only sinks in if you kind of sit back and think that, oh yeah, it's been 20 years, so that's when it sinks in. But otherwise, it really doesn't feel like 20 years because 20 years is a really long time,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't zoned into it as yet, but I'm like, okay, if I sit back and I think that what all I've done and where all I've traveled and the friendships I've had, the professional choices I've had, the choices I've made, just all of that, I would say is a sum total of multiple accomplishments. Yeah, I don't feel so bad.
Yeah. And you've also turned producer. As we know, we are in your production house office right now.
Yeah.
So how has that journey been?
Well, I'm not turned producer for I just want to do smaller content, so more like a short film. I also did 5 seasons of No Filter Neha as producer, so I feel like it's a lot of work, and I'll never be able to do it for films and something bigger. But yeah, when something small comes my way, or an opportunity comes my way, I think the short format is far easier.
Yeah, and I think with the rise of OTT, that's of course something we are looking at, more exciting content.
Yes, but those also in the numbers and the games and all that are changing a fair bit.
Yeah. That's true. And also, if you look back at your journey, you've been part of some exciting films and of course coming from a non-film background. So how do you see that journey, starting out on your own? I'm sure you didn't have, people who could advise you and you had to take your own decisions.
I mean, even now, you can only reach out as much as to, friends and family, and they tell you what's right and what's wrong. Luckily for me, I married someone who is an actor. So, we have multiple conversations about work and about acting and about, the choices we make and we can make and we should be making. And I feel like the older you get, you feel like, you've kind of been in the business much longer, but you're still walking on eggshells. Like it was your first ever job or your first ever opportunity. You're still looking at every job that comes your way in the exact same way.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.